is Vivian McKinder. Today we're going to share with you the secrets behind working with hair extensions and wigs. I'm going to show you how the looks from the fashion runways and the magazines are created so that you can create these looks on your clients in the salon. It's a lot of fun. Raquel Welch Human Hair Clip-In Extensions. Now this is the styling guide, and it's really wonderful because it's a great information source for yourself, but also wonderful for your clients so that they know how to use the product when they're at home. I just want to show you the product as we take it out of the package. It's very important that when you're working with any hair extension that you get yourself organized. That way you are working in a very efficient manner. Now I'd just like to show you the different pieces. Lay them down on a flat surface. We start off by putting the widest one down first, which is going to go on the top of the head. And then we lay each weft on top of itself in this manner, and we're graduating from the top of the head to the lowest part of the head. So we have 4 pieces for the back. Then we have our individual pieces that will go at the side. Individual pieces, you lay them at the side. And you'll find that there are 2 pieces that do not have clips. No clips. These pieces are testers, so that if you wish to color the hair, you can test on this rather than color the entire piece. These are your experimental pieces. We also have the coloring, and as you can see here, we've got a lovely range from our darkest shade, which is our black, through to our lightest shade, which is the blonde. So what I'd recommend for you in the salon is to have your coloring so that you can do a color check against the client's own hair, and have some sample kits so that you can show to your client the different options she has when she's working with these extensions. Now I'm going to show you how you actually use these pieces. I'd like to introduce to you Rashima. As you can see, she has very, very short hair, and today is your lucky day because she's going to get beautiful long hair. This is her dream come true. As you can see, Rashima's own natural texture is short, and what we did first of all was we prepared her own hair to match the texture of the clip-in hair extensions. So we flat ironed the hair and made it nice and smooth. Now I'm going to start this technique by working in the back. This is the first section in the nape of the neck. Notice the shape of the section, working in a natural curve. I measure to make sure that this piece is going to sit correctly because the base is the most important section. As I'm working through here, notice, we'll take a tight close look at this. We have a clip, and by me moving in and out, I'm opening the clip and closing the clip. So I make sure that number 1, all the clips are open. It'll be very hard to get it in otherwise. I'm going to come down and then I'm going to close. It's that simple. Very, very easy. Now, the natural texture here has some coarseness, so I do not need to backcomb the hair. On slippery hair like my own hair, I would have to tease the root just a little bit so that the clip has something to sit into. But with Rashima's hair, it's not necessary. So the first section in the center, and then I close. And then I slide along and I close. And make sure that your sections are nice and smooth. So that's number 1. And you'll notice here, I can pull, there's a little bit of movement, but it's not going to slide out of the head. Because we're adding so much length and thickness to Rashima's own hair, I'm actually using 2 sets of extensions. When you're working with clip-in extensions, you have to decide whether you're just adding some body or whether you are going to actually add length as well as body. And that will determine how many sections you place in the head. So now I have again a nice smooth section. I open my clips and I lock into place by sliding and then closing. If you do not work in a neat manner, you'll get into such a mess, so I really encourage you to be systematic and very tidy in your approach. Step back and look to see how the shape is building. and I continue in this manner. Now this is a wonderful method also for doing a color consultation. When you're talking to a client about adding some different tones into her hair, whether it be highlights or slices, you can give your client a preview as to how her hair color is going to be by actually clipping in some of the extensions. Every time I use this technique and I use this product on a client, it is the most amazing transformation, and the clients are so excited about this method. It's an instant winner. I'm working towards the top part of the head, so now I'm going to come around and add my side section, move on up through here, then continue to work back and through. This area here, very important. I'm taking a smaller section. I am not going to do this because when the wind blows, you'll see the seam. So I need to cheat and come further back so it's in here, so that this hair, as it's moving, we see the hairline. And that gives this look the reality that you absolutely need. These clip-in extensions are used in the movie industry. They're also used in fashion magazines, and they're worn on the fashion runways. And when it is done correctly, it is the best kept secret. Only your hairdresser knows. Very exciting. When we were in the salon and we did our test run, Rashima's face, she was like, you're like a kid in the candy store. She was so excited about this look. It was so much fun. And you know what, it's so rewarding to be able to give somebody their heart's desire. And as you know, very often we're not able to do that. So this is a wonderful, wonderful addition, excuse the pun, addition to your services. It doesn't take away from your hair cutting services or your hair coloring services. It just adds another dimension to your work. Now, with the use of Celebrity Signatures hair pieces, really and truly, there is nothing I cannot give my clients. I can really fulfill all of their wishes. And that's a very, very powerful place to be. Now we're coming to the top part of the head. Now, as I come to the top of the head, I have several considerations. The blend of this hair, as well as I must not show the wefts peeking through. So this is where I'll do a little bit of checking to see, okay, can I come up a little higher? Does it blend? And this is where you readjust, and it will always vary from client to client. And I actually think that section could come up a little higher. You can see I've got a little bit of a difference going on here. If I cheat and come up a little bit further to about here, when I lay this hair down, I'll have less hair hanging over as opposed to all of the pieces that I've got right now. So just be very, very sensitive. Step back and make sure that when you're looking from the distance, it reads as well as when you're looking close up. It's very important. When you're offering this service to your client, make sure that she's aware of all the different options. For example, she doesn't always have to have one solid color. You can mix the colors. There are so many beautiful shades in the coloring. She can have something deeper on the underneath, graduating to lighter on top. The color doesn't have to match either. Often I find that it looks more natural if there's a slight difference in the tone. It's so exciting. No matter how many times I do this, I still get really excited. It's fabulous. Every woman wants to be a diva. Okay, now we have the front area to conceal. This is where these little individual pieces come in so handy. That works very well there. Again, lay the hair over. Seeing the hairline gives us this wonderful sense of reality. Now we have some pomade running through Rashima's own hair, So it's very important that the same texture runs through here. So we did put a little tiny bit of styling product in the hair so that there's a similar texture. I've just been stepping back and looking to see the reality of how the hair is falling. Have I got enough in the hair? Should I add a few more sections? And I feel as though I could add just 2 more pieces in here, and I think it would just be finished very, very nicely. So what I'm going to do is just come back, go through the very top, and just add a couple more pieces. The great thing is that you can apply, and if it's not working, you just simply take it out. It's not like doing a haircut where you snip and then realize, whoops, got too much off. With this, it's fun. It's actually a wonderful way of really training and developing your eye. So you can see I have this piece clipped in here. I'm just going to come through to the very, very top section and clip in what I think will be my final piece of natural color going through. Something else that I like to do in the salon is aim the blow dryer on cold in the client's face so that she can see her hair blowing in the wind, so that she knows how her hair is going to look when she's walking down the street, because she doesn't want to feel self-conscious, thinking, oh no, you can see the seams. Now I've had Rashima stand up so that I can look at her hair eye level. I always do this with my clients, especially when I'm adding more hair, because as I said earlier, that reality check is so very important. With Rashima standing up, I can look at the detail, I can peek in here, can I see any wefts? I can slowly have her turn around and look to see how nicely the hair is blending. A couple of important things I want to remind you of. Make sure that the texture of your client's hair matches the texture that you're adding. So Rashima's hair already has a pomade going through it to get shine and control, so therefore this hair here also has the same product going through it. Sense of reality. I'm going to say that word a lot during this tape, but it's so important. Also looking to see the proportion. Does she have too much hair on her body, or is she well in proportion? Very, very, very important. And she's a very excited girl because she's now got long hair. Now, I said to you earlier that you could color these wefts. Because it's such a high quality type of hair, we can actually do some really fun colors. Now, to color Rashima's own hair purple, as you know, would mean bleaching her hair out. It actually probably end up so fried, she wouldn't even have it left on her head. So what we have done is we've taken our lightest blonde and we have applied a purple tone going through. Actually works well for me. But we're going to peek it underneath, so it's like a peekaboo color. And I'm just going to slip it into Rashima's hair so that she can have something that's fun and playful. You can see I got a little bit carried away with coloring the hair. I also went into very vibrant pink. If only I could wear these colors too. Anyway, you can see just how beautiful this purple reads in the hair. And it's just a wonderful way of giving a fashion accessory to your client. Think about your young client. She wants to have something that's hip, cool, and trendy. Also think about your mature client who's looking for something soft, classic, and elegant. You can now color vibrantly or color in a very soft manner according to your client's image. But you now can be an image maker and create fashion images in the salon. Now I've been having lots of fun playing with my color. Wonderful purple and pink that I showed you earlier, and working with some tipping. Dusting the hair with powder pink and a soft blue, and of course you can work in natural tones, and then I went completely crazy. And we have these wonderful colors here that are just extraordinary in terms of doing something very young and very modern. Over here we have a more natural application for the client who wishes to have red highlights through her hair, or she's a natural redhead. We started off with this base level, a nice soft blonde, and took the hair by using a semi-permanent color to pigment the hair into a nice rich red tone. You can see how beautifully it's come through. So this is the before and this is the after. Now make sure that when you are going to choose your color, you go as close as you can to where you ultimately want to arrive. Different ways you can work when it comes to the color application. You can see we have a block here covered in plastic, And I can go through and I can paint the hair onto the hair, making sure that I really get very even penetration working in this way. Or I can work on a board, a clipboard like this, and apply my color. And just slowly working right the way through the shaft of hair, working down in this manner, making sure that I really get a nice deep penetration of product through the hair shaft. And then process in the normal way. It's fun. The Raquel Welch clip-in extensions are Indian human hair. And the hair has a natural texture, which is very, very beautiful. Should you wish to add more texture to the hair, you can perm the extensions using a perm solution for color-treated hair and following the manufacturer's directions in terms of processing and time. Here you can see we have wound the hair in a spiral manner to create a nice movement into the hair for wonderful additional texture, which is a very strong story for this next coming season as curly hair is back. I'd like to introduce Cara to you. As you can see from her before shot, she has much shorter and finer textured hair. You can see we have now put in the clip-in extensions, and look how beautiful it is. It was so real and natural, and now she has her dream hair. These are the colors we put in, a deeper blonde and a very, very light blonde. Two very contrasting colors, and yet there's a wonderful reality going through the hair. It's beautiful. For the finishing touches, working with the razor. I'm going to blend the hair to create a nice soft effect, taking the hair down through my fingers and just gently razoring to create some softness. And you know what's amazing is it's almost hard to tell which is real. Don't worry, I can tell. Now you can see the hair blends very nicely. I'm going to do exactly the same on the second side. Just turn towards me. These finishing touches make all the difference to the look. And this is where you customize your look to really suit your client's bone structure, her existing hairstyle, and to create the total look. The final thing I'm going to do is take an iron, a curling iron, and just blend the hair a little bit more because there is a little bit of a difference between Cara's own hair and the hair that we have down here. So what I do is I take the iron, I'm just going to have you turn, and where I have this, you can see there's a blunt line there. I just take this section and I somewhat cheat. I put a bit of a bend into the hair, I walk the iron through, and I soften that blunt edge just to get a little bit more movement into the hair. For a client who's going to wear these on a regular basis, I would recommend that her own hair be razor cut so she has a nice soft edge. I'm just going to continue this through the back of the hair, and we will then have our finished look. You can see by blending with the razor, it's a small attention to detail, but my goodness, it makes a huge difference to the end result. Putting a bend in to blend the textures, another very important thing for that reality check. Also, pulling the hair back here, you can see that we do not reveal any of the wefts. So when the wind blows, we have a very, very realistic effect, and we fool everybody. And that's what I think is so fabulous. Glamorous, instant glamour, wearable, and a wonderful feminine look. You like it?
Yeah, it's great.
I'd like to introduce Dahlia to you. Let's take a look at her before shot. In the before shot, you can see her hair is very fine in texture, but now look at the difference. We've added clip-in extensions from the Raquel Welch line. These are the two colors we've used, the deep brown and the beautiful blonde. And see how gorgeous it is, having the highlight on the underneath as opposed to the top. Just give us a turn around. A beautiful alternative, and now Dahlia has thick, luscious hair.
I love it. I think it's great. I mean, it's so, you don't have to have the worry of long hair, but yet you can have it when you want, and then when you don't want it and it's hot, you can...
When I saw you last week, your hair was so short. I can't believe I didn't even recognize you when I saw you this morning. And the texture is so fabulous.
Yeah, it's really great. It looks good on you, long hair. Now you know,
yeah,
really quickly.
How does it feel to have hair now? You must be...
Yeah, I like play with it. It's like, ooh, but it makes my hair feel like really full.
What if I had your color on and you had mine? You could totally change your entire look.
You can change your entire look. And in so many different ways. You can put a few in, or you can put full head of hair.
You can cut it too.
Yeah.
I know. Like, I might just cut like a little bit more and make it
short.
I could take her purple, throw it into my hair.
No, you're not getting this purple.
I'm taking that purple, girl.
No way.
I don't even feel them in my hair at all. Like, I wish my hair was just this thick and that was the way I end the story, you know?
You can never tell.
No, it's mine. It is.
We all got it done together. We know the truth.
No, it is mine.
Okay.
Yes, I bought it.
Another good thing about this is when we go to the hair salon and you have to get it done for an event, it takes forever, doesn't it?
It is
and
so
it's like you have to know
expensive.
like a month and a half ahead of time.
I need
Book
a
it
good
ahead.
hairdresser.
Book your appointment, go. All these, it's so expensive.
I know.
And now this, you can change your look morning, noon, after.
In 50 minutes.
Go to the club and you got a whole different look. It's fabulous.
It's just nice to have that freedom, you know, to be able to do it what you want, how you want, and like not have to worry about adhering to someone else's schedule. It's like if you decide at 10 o'clock you want a particular hairstyle, you can just do it yourself and not have to worry about
exactly. Having the freedom to do to look however you want, whenever you want, without having to have anybody else do it for you.
it. Easy to carry.
Yeah.
Carry
Oh,
it
yes.
with you.
Oh, yes.
It'd be very cool. Definitely.
I'd like to share with you some of the most commonly asked questions that I am asked. The first one being, how do I know what to charge for my services when I'm dressing the hair and adding a hair extension or working with a wig? I will give you my answer as to how I work in the salon. My time is worth a certain amount, so the amount of time I put in, I bill according to my time. Then there is a recommended retail price, and that's what I charge my clients. So it ends up being a very lucrative proposition for myself, and it's something that was tremendous value for my client because I'm giving her a hairstyle that she can enjoy for a long time. Thank you so very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this tape. The idea is to really expand your clientele, and now there is not one single thing you cannot give your client. If she wants long hair, you can give it to her. If she wants short hair, you can give that to her too. You can customize your client's look to suit her lifestyle, her age, and the fashion that she sports. We encourage you to experiment, to play, and have fun because it's a wonderful way of increasing your creativity, and there's tremendous financial reward. Good luck.